viewing data frame using lock and iloc method. Okay, lock and iloc function. Viewing data frame using lock and iloc function. So what is lock function in data frame? Lock is a function useful to view rows and columns based on column labels. Okay, lock means locate here, loc means locate here. It's useful to view rows and columns based on column labels here. See, column labels here. Column labels means employee ID, name, salary, DOG. These are the column labels. So useful to view rows and columns based on the column labels. iloc means is a function index based locate. I means index here. Okay, index based locate. If you want to view rows and columns based on index, you have to use this iloc function. Okay, iloc is a function index based locate useful to view data based on integer index. Okay, so we'll see with an example. First we have to read this emp.csv file. So for that we have to import pandas. Okay, import pandas and use read underscore csv file. Just execute it. Right, we got the employee ID, ename, salary, DOG, date of joining. Okay, so this data. So I want to view. So if I want to view, okay, use lock to view all LOC. Use locate to view all rows with only ename and DOG columns. Okay, with only ename and DOG columns. I want to retrieve only ename is DOG means date of joining. Only I want to retrieve only ename and DOG columns. So for that, just use simple df1 is equal to data frame object dot lock function. Okay, lock function here, and use colon. So in lock function, colon left side is the rows and right side is the columns here. Okay, if you want to retrieve rows, use left side here and right side is the columns here. But here column, what columns we have? Ename and date of joining columns. Okay, ename and date of joining columns. Write in the list format like this one. Okay, so ename comma date of joining DOG, right? Ename and date of joining. Okay, this put comma here, just execute it. See, we got the ename and date of joining. Suppose if you want to use iloc, okay, iloc is an integer. You can, based on the integer, we can retrieve rows and columns. Iloc means same one. Use here df2 and use here iloc. Okay, what's the index of the emp ID? Yeah, ename 0 1 here. Okay, index of the ename is 1 and DOG is 2 here. Okay, 0 1 2 3 here. Okay, emp ID is 0, ename is 1, salary is 2, DOG is 3. So 1 comma 3. Simple. Instead of writing column names, just write here 1 comma 3. That's it. 1 comma 3. Right? Simple. Execute it. See, same. Okay, same. We got the ename and DOG. Okay, data frame 2 here. Data frame 2. 7 comma 2 means 7 rows and 2 columns. Okay, 7 rows and 2 columns. So such a way. So colon left side is the rows and right side is the columns here. Remember that in lock and iloc method. Here colon is there, left side is the rows. Means if you want to retrieve, suppose if you want to retrieve, so to retrieve only 0 to 3rd row of ename and DOG columns, I want to retrieve only 3 rows. Okay, I want to retrieve only first 3 rows only. So for that, use here simple 0 colon 3. So same apply for the iloc also. 0 colon 3 means, that means slice operator. Okay, slice operator, you know, slice operator, array slice operator, same way. So retrieving 3 rows. Simple. Take out this one, you don't need. Just execute it. See, now 4 only 4 for df1 iloc. For lock function we got 4 rows here. Okay? Observe here. And for iloc function we got 3 rows only. Okay, observe the difference here. Okay, so but mostly use iloc function only, because it's index based and easy to retrieve. Okay, instead of writing column names, we can write directly index here. Okay, to retrieve the column values. So use iloc function. The next thing is to view only 0 to 3rd row with all columns. I want to view 0 to 3 rows. I want to view 3 rows, first 3 rows, but with all columns. So for that, simple, use empty. Okay, after colon empty here, make it empty. simple, you can write colon empty or simple, okay, like this one, comma, just empty, that's it, simple. Empty one, right side empty. All, if you want to retrieve all columns, please colon right side, make it empty, okay, right. So okay, all column values we got it, okay, for lock and iloc method. For lock and iloc method, all columns we got it. Now next thing, next is to retrieve only the last row. To retrieve only the last row, we can use iloc with -1, okay. To retrieve only the last row, we can iloc with -1, and retrieving last row not possible with lock function, okay. So retrieving last row is not possible with lock function. -1 not possible with lock function, but we can use iloc function, okay, to retrieve last row. So for that, simple, use this one, df3. See, we got the employee ID 107 and salary none. Okay, so if you want to retrieve last but one row, it's -2. Okay, 6 Matthew 1500, right? So like that. Array slice, same like array slice one, okay, array slice operator. Okay, and to retrieve last columns, simple, okay, to retrieve last columns, use -1 for the after column and dog for the date of joining after colon, okay. So I am using this only, I want to retrieve last column here, okay, so just use -1, simple, that's it. Right, I want to retrieve last column here, df dot iloc -1. Okay, I have to put comma here, right, comma, okay. So last column, I written last column here, okay. So if you are using lock function, use this dog instead of -1, you have to write date of joining, okay. So that's about the lock and iloc function. Just lock and iloc function based on the column labels to retrieve rows and columns, okay. Lock and iloc function used based on the column labels means column names. Based on the column names, how many rows and how many columns we have to retrieve, we have to use this lock and iloc function. So that's about lock and iloc function. So in next video, operation and data, we will see operation data frames. So description given in the below, if you link given in the below, if you want to know what are operations on data frames, okay, like knowing the number of rows and columns, performing some query operations, right, and retrieving only rows or columns, these things we'll see, okay, in operations on data frames.